positive and inspired. This is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, but I do hope that you get something from it that's positive and inspirational. Let's go ahead and get started with the reading. Spirit guides, universal energies, angels, and archangels, show us what we need to see for my Capricorns for the month of October 2020. Spirit guides, universal energies, angels, and archangels, show us what we need to see for my Capricorns for the month of October 2020. Let's get started. We're going to take a look at your past energies, what was in your past, what's been on your mind, and what's been going on with the job and the relationships, your current energies, where you are and how you're feeling about this situation, as well as the near future, what your expectations may hold. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. So someone may just be juggling a new situation. They may have two options. They may have two ways of making their money. They may be thinking of another way, of an alternate way of making their money, or getting that coin up. Or this may be just your family life. You may just be trying to, get settled in and figure out what's best for you. In your recent past, you have the Eight of Cups, you have the Ten of Swords, and you have the Knight of Rods. So in your recent past, it looks like you may just been feeling like, okay, I have got the emotional contentment that I need within this situation, and all I'm needing to do now is to figure out what else is out there. What else may be lurking for me? Know that my Capricorns are very hardworking. They're loyal, very ambitious, so you're always going to be thinking about the next best option, the next best opportunity, something new, something that's more vibrant for you. But this is saying that as you go along, your cups are being filled, so you are definitely accumulating emotional prosperity as you go along. But he's definitely out there, even in the dark, not knowing what may be coming, so the universe may be providing you with a new opportunity, and you're definitely heading towards that. So that's just something that you may have been thinking of, what can I do next? But it's definitely you on your journey. You also have the Ten of Swords, so something may just be causing you to be all up in your head, overthinking the situation, not giving it your full potential. You may already be in something that you should just stay involved in it and give it some more energy, some more thought needs to go into it, but not too much thought, because this is causing a lot of cloudy weather, feeling like you've been, pushed down, put down, let down, feeling disappointed, depressed at times. But it's not time to feel that way. We are still in Libra season, and our Libras are very sociable. They're very peace-loving. So you're definitely on that road to finding that inner peace that you're seeking and feeling sociable, which means just call up your friends, check in on them. They may be wanting to hear from you. Just say, what's up? I'm here. Everything's going good. Or how are you doing? But just to make sure that everyone is feeling that positive sense of gratitude, because we are in the fall season heading into Thanksgiving. So it's going to start feeling like being grateful for the things that you have, no matter what 2020 has brought for you. You're the kind that will just be like looking forward to, what's going to pan out to be, what's going to happen, what is going to be in 2021. And hoping that it's going to look a whole lot better, and the sky is going to be a lot clearer than it may have been in 2020, which has just been a time for reassessment this year. Reassessing those relationships we've been in. If you knew it's been stagnant, 2020 was the year where it said, oh, hell no, this is not for me. I can't stay in this situation because it's making me feel very uneasy, very low vibrational, and that's not where I want to be. And finally, in your recent past, you had the Knight of Rods. So this is somebody who's moving forward. They're the Knight energy. So they're no longer thinking about it. They're trying to put it into action. They're trying to put some time and energy into moving forward. He is fully dressed and ready for war. He's moving forward with his thoughts and his plans. He's definitely an action person who is taking the action needed to get to the next level. So you're definitely thinking about, where am I going to go with this? If this relationship is for me and it seems like it's working out and everything seems so fine and dandy, what else is there? What else can I bring to the table? What else can I do to make this person satisfied? So you may just be feeling like all up in your head trying to figure out, how you can better that situation, or how you can better balancing the way you are in this relationship, or how you're appearing in this situation. It may be at your job where you definitely have gotten past, entry level. You've definitely applied for that higher position, but you're all up in your head. You may just be overthinking it a bit. I'm not saying that you are, but you just may be where you're feeling like, I'm the knight, I'm ready for the action. I'm ready to do this. What do we got to do next? What's the next step? What else does the boss need of me? What else does the job require me to do? What else can I bring to the table? That's just maybe how you've been feeling, all up in your head about it. in your current energies, you have the Ace of Rods, you have the Tower, and you have the Judgment card. Okay, you have some major arcanas, which means this is a long-term thought you're trying to put into it. This is something that's going to take you well into your future when you stabilize and you balance this situation. You have the Ace of Rods, which means this is a new beginning, a new journey. Some of you may just be traveling, but this is definitely a new opportunity, a new way of looking at something, a new way of approaching it, something new coming your way. So you may be feeling like the ace, like you want this to be a new something fresh, something that you can bring your new energies to, you know, all of your new thoughts. So you want to be moving forward in this situation. Even if it seems torrential behind you, that's the past. We cannot live in the past. Once it turns 2021, you said Happy New Year, 2020 is done. All of the headaches and the heartaches and the thoughts and the depression and all that, that's behind you. That's not something you need to hold on to anymore. So you're currently looking for something new to do, something new that you can get into, a new venture. You may be traveling, going to see some family because it's social time. You know, you just want to be 6 feet distance. You don't want to be up under nobody sneezing and coughing, but you may just be traveling, going somewhere important, something that's going to build you something new. Some of you may be moving or thinking about moving, but don't get too much in your head because there's going to be a lot of overthinking if you put too much effort into it and it not pan out for you. And then you have the Tower card, which definitely goes under your Ten of Swords. So it just may be a reassessment needed. The old way of approach may just be something that the universe is pushing out of the way, pushing you out of that situation so that this can happen, so that the Tower can bring in a new change. Sometimes we'll be on a karmic journey with a person, and the old way of approaching a relationship may just not be working, where you're like, you know, well, I used to just be able to take this person out to dinner if it's a male, because roles can be reversed, or I may usually just be able to, you know, put on something nice and get all of the compliments and get everybody's noticing. But it may be time for you to do some self-love, some going inside, some figuring out what else is there about me that may just need to be, you know, fluffed or improved. May just need to be looking better, but it's usually internal. It may just be something that's a way of thinking or a way of approaching it that'll bring you out of that mode where you fall into this depression stage, where you start feeling or questioning yourself. So this Tower is just to tell you that the universe is going to make the change needed. And then you have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is all about being an unbiased decision being made, and it's going to be made by the universe. They're going to definitely step in and make things equal, bring balance into your situation. So with this Knight of Swords, where you're trying to move forward, it's just telling you to put some thought into it first, bring some balance into what's going to be best for my Capricorns in this time period, where it's going to leave you feeling positive and leave you feeling good, so you can spread some positive energy and be an inspiration to others. So it just may be a change needed. Judgment call is going to be made. The universe is going to step in and say, nope, that was not working. It's going to fall apart. But we're going to let you know what we need for you to do. So follow your intuition. Make sure that right now that you're thinking about what's best for Capricorn in this time period, and not, you know, what's going to be pleasing to others or what's going to make other people feel good, because you are one that can get the emotional satisfaction you need in any situation. You're going to make it work for you mentally. You're going to make it work for you with your heart. You're going to have a balance between your mind and your heart so that you can be feeling like your old self, because you guys aren't the ones to be stuck in no, you know, uncomfortable situation. You're very ambitious. So you're always going to be looking for the next best thing, the next best way of approaching it, how you can improve on yourself, which is usually the most thing you can improve on. And in your near future, you have the Four of Rods, the Ten of Rods, as well as the Six of Swords. Okay. With your Rods energy, you may be dealing with an air sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag. It may just be that, or this may just be you, which I got a feeling that this is you. This is your way of thinking. This is your way you used to be able to approach it by just, you know, getting all in your head and getting all overthinky about the situation. But the universe is like, in order for this new thing to come in and this new thing to happen, you're going to have to break down those old way of thinking, those old way of assessing your situations, so that the universe can tell you, well, this is where the balance needs to be in your life. So you can be happy, because this is a happy card. The Four of Rods is someone who is contented. They are feeling celebratory. This may be a new relationship. You may be advancing to getting married. Somebody may be on their knees soon. You may be looking to move forward in your relationship, take it to the next level. It may be your job, or you're looking for that promotion, or promotion is definitely on its way. But you will have reason to celebrate, and he's holding his wand up to the skies. So he knows that it's universally blessed. Like the universe is giving this thing to him. So in the near future, the universe is gifting you something that's going to have you feeling joyful, Hopefully it's between now and your season, because we want to have this. We don't want 2020 to be a year where it was just all about this sadness and this depression or this heavy negative energy and being in low vibration. We definitely want to see something good come out of the year so that we can have something to work forward to in 2021, where you can put your ambitions to work, where you can put your hard work and desires to work, where this is something that you can manifest that's going to be long term for you. So now everybody's looking on. You have someone that you want to celebrate with. So this person, this relationship with you may be a friend, maybe your lover, your companion or your spouse, but you want to share in this joy. You want this person to feel just as happy and contented as you do in this situation moving forward. And then you have the Ten of Rods, something that's going to be heavy burden. It's going to feel like it's a lot. Usually when you're working on something that's a brand new beginning, it comes a point in time where you're carrying so much of it, where you're trying so hard to be the one to make this work for you. You may just need to ask for help. Even if it's a best friend, somebody that you usually talk to, is not going to judge you based on where you are or what you're trying to accomplish for yourself, because you're still a knight, haven't reached the king or the queen status yet. But just talk to someone around you. Pick up the phone and be like, hey girl, how you doing? Or hey son, what's up? How you been? Blah, blah, blah. But make sure you get to the point where it's like, I'm seeking balance, and I know you're somebody that I can come to. There's somebody that I can talk to. But I'm feeling like when I put my energies and efforts into situations like this is where it leads me. Feeling like I'm carrying all the load. There's nobody come walking with this man saying, okay, old man, let me help you out. I'm not just saying you old, because it's only old is only a feeling. Help me out with this situation. There's no one saying, I'll help you carry your rods. I'll help you carry some of this action energy that you got buffed up trying to be, better than who you were before. He carrying it all by himself. So he's definitely in a situation where you don't want to feel like you're carrying it all and end up cycling this relationship or this situation back over to feeling like I got my emotional stability, but it's a lot. It's a lot on my heart. It's a lot on my mind. It's just a lot to deal with, and end up back carrying this whole load in your future energy. So no, you want to feel like you're celebrating. You want the universe to crash this down and build this back up so it's something that you can make, work for you. You also have the Six of Swords. Somebody moving on. You may be moving on from an old way of thinking. You may be moving on from an old relationship. You may just be quitting that job and saying enough is enough. I'm in creative season. I'm somebody who likes to write. I'm going to start writing this book. I'm going to start writing these short stories. I'm going to start back writing my poems. I'm going to start giving my energies into something that's going to benefit me. I'm going to give me some self-love, because that's where a lot of our positive vibes come from, satisfying our inner self, feeling like we have accomplished because we have fed to us what we need, whether it's a glass of water when you're thirsty, knowing that you can get up, thanking God for the ability to walk to the pipe, or to go to the fridge if your water's bottled, because some people don't drink from the tap, and you just pour yourself a glass of water. That in itself is gratitude. Your body is thanking you. So you want to feel that sense of self-love. You want to feel like you can walk away from things that are not serving your higher good, whether it be a relationship, a job, or it may be a situation with your family or your friends. But you want to feel like, you know what? I don't have to do this. I don't have to look at this way, or I don't have to deal with this situation that's not satisfying me. I have options out there. I don't care how torrential the waters are. That's for somebody in the water sign. That's for somebody who really don't, have to worry about getting their coin together, because their coin always manifests for them. I'm a manifestor of my best. I'm a manifestor of my coin. I'm a manifestor of, getting that new car. I'm a manifestor of getting the house that I'm going after. I'm a manifestor of getting my credit cleared up, getting all the positive things that I need for me. So I'm somebody that can work hard at what I need for me. So I'm definitely, probably going to move on from this situation. Somebody may be moving on. Somebody may be moving on from the way they've been approaching the situation. Or they may be like, girlfriend, boyfriend, listen, this isn't working the way it's working. If you want to be a part of my tower and you want to stay at the top with me, we're going to have to sit down and have a compromise and have a conversation and communicate about where we've been and how is this going to take us into the future. Because I'm not taking this into 2021 where I'm still going to be recycling or cycling over from the top with this negative, depressing energy. So we got to find a new way of looking at this so I don't end up being burdened with this situation. So this person's definitely moving forward. They ain't looking back. They ain't looking to the sides. He is rowing his own boat. There's nobody else in the boat like, give me the other oar, I'm gonna help you. No, he's carrying his whole burden by himself. But instead of him just dragging it along on the street like a pauper, he got into a boat that can roll way easy on the torrential waters of his emotions, and he is pushing forward. So he's definitely not waiting for somebody who's gonna help him carry Jack. He's the one that's carrying it all for himself. We can get a clarifier and see what area or aspect of your life this is most related to. Universal energies, let's get a clarifier for some of this information and energy. We have a lot of cups. We have a few swords and a few wands. We have more than enough wands, but it looks like this is all about you and your emotions and letting this whole situation fall apart so it can be built anew, which is nothing wrong with that. Let's see, to clarify, we have the Eight of Swords, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Cups. Okay, just like I was saying at the bottom of this deck, because we still have the Two Pentacles, so I just shuffled them, but we're gonna go with that. So in the Eight of Swords is about someone who is feeling like they're blinded to the reality of the situation, like their lies, there's some stuff that they don't know, some secrets being held back from them. They cannot see what is around them. So you may just be looking at the situation and thinking all up in your head and worrying about all of this, worrying so much and worrying, your hands are tied back, there's no one there holding you down, but you just may be all up in your head about the situation. Write it down in a journal so you can close the book and not literally carry these thoughts around with you everywhere you go. And you also have the Nine of Pentacles, which is how you want to be feeling. This is going to clarify all that Tower energy and this burdensome in the middle of your reading. So this is where you want to be. You want to feel like all that you put into something is what you're going to get back out of it. Like if you put your monies into this deal, or you put your monies into this relationship, or this energies into it, that is going to pan out for you, that is going to have some material wealth. So you're looking for long-term abundance, because she is filled with abundance. She's very beautiful in her state. So you're taking care of your outside. You just need to do some self-work and some self-love if you haven't already started, because some of us are already working on it, you know, reaching the point where we're at our 9s and we just need to give it a little more push to reach our 10s so we can become the queen and the master of our own energies. So this person is definitely feeling very abundant in this situation. So that's where you're going to come out of it. That's your outcome. And the Four of Cups means you've been putting all of this into it. The universe is coming past judgment on the situation. So even though you're feeling emotionally contented, there's still some part of you that's still blue, that's still feeling below the weather, that's still feeling depressed, you know, a little down, a little bored with the situation. But the universe is handing you a new cup. So that's a blessing right there. If the universe is willing to step in and say, you are not alone, I am here with you, take the cup. So look around you to see what else is out there, what else may bring you that satisfaction. You have two options coming in here. No matter how stormy the waters may seem, there's always another way of viewing things. There's always another way to feel. I do have some I am cards. When I used to do some public speaking, I would use this in my speech to help inspire others, so that, you know, when you're looking in the mirror and you brushing your teeth or you washing your face, you getting dressed, you feeling good about your physical appearance. You also want to feel good about the thoughts that are in your head. Some of them you cannot control, but there are times where you be like, hold up, I really don't want to feel like that. I really don't want it to feel like this is the end of it. You put so much into something. Something must be wrong with you. Something must be wrong with you that you attract this kind of energy to you. We can't control other people. So other people's emotions and energies are always going to be around us, whether they're positive or whether they're negative. How we choose to respond is a whole different story. And I got a feeling once you change the way that you approach the situation, that Tower is going to happen. And then you're not going to go back to that old way of thinking. So I'm just juggling up these cards as we talk. Well, as I talk. But I do definitely am going to turn a card over. And when you're doing this, you're in the mirror and you're looking at yourself, or you're driving along and you're feeling all blue and down and depressed, just remember, I'm going to give you an I am message that you can carry with you. You can create your own message. So it's not something that you have to say, but it's something that you should start incorporating into your thoughts, so that you can start building a higher vibrational energy, so you can start having some positive feelings about your day, something that you can share with others or you can attract more of. So your I am message for today is I am brave. You're brave enough to battle this. You're brave enough to come out of this way of thinking. You're brave enough to allow the tower to fall and something better to be built up. If it's going to crash, know that the Lord is only preparing, well, the universe is preparing you for something better. You don't fall away of the old to build up an older shack or a more rickety shack. When you clear out space in your home, you remove items and you clear out that space and dust it and wipe it and clean it down, it's not so you can go and put them old boxes with the old stuff in them. Something within you, your intuition is going to tell you, go inside those boxes. Figure out what's in those boxes, what you need and what you don't need, and get some cleaning going on so that you can have something beautiful standing in its place. So be brave in letting this fall apart and be built anew. Be brave in approaching your situation because you're ambitious. So stay ambitious and also try to be brave. Allow that to work for you so that you can definitely come out of 2020 feeling like you accomplished at least something. If you accomplish self-control, self-reliance, self-love, you accomplish more than most going through the situation. People are going through divorce, which means they no longer want to be in that situation no more. People are getting married because they realize that this is something that they want in their long term. So they may have already had their tower, because nothing is born of perfect. Nothing is born into perfection. We're all born into a place where we now have to learn and grow. You're at the night, so you're already near your king or your queen status. I do thank you guys for being here. That's all I have for you today. You can also follow me on Instagram at Serenity with Angie Tarot. I'll be doing another reading for you pretty soon. I thank you all for being here, sending you love and light, and namaste.